I may as well.
And we're live. All right, what's going on, YouTube? We're
Are
just
we?
getting set up to do our kickoff show here. Some of us are in our houses, some of us are in our cars. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be great. You're going to love it.
Definitely interesting.
Yes. Yes, definitely interesting. I'm just trying to find something to set my shit on here.
That guy's definitely not going the speed limit.
Speed limits are,
Overrated.
well, yeah.
Look, I just got back from a road trip. They're overrated.
Speed limits are
Oh yeah, but
basically-
in Northern Virginia, they're a little more tightly enforced around the airports and Pentagon.
But you know what they are, though? They're suggestions. Like, you might want to go this fast. It's like, okay, duly noted.
Dude, I did that trip in 2 days. There one day and back one day.
Jesus.
Oh, I guess I could take my sunglasses
How
off. Unless I'm
exhausted
just
are you,
going to be
friend?
like, hey, what's up, you two?
Well, I didn't get up till about 9 this morning, so I'm pretty good. I got in at midnight last night.
All right, so we're already live on YouTube, and
Ooh, I'm a little just-
it says it's unable to connect to the live chat? What? Don't do that to me.
Joys of going live.
Great, so we're gonna be live without a chat? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's the point of us going live.
It is, but you know.
Hey, look,
If
I just
can't-
got a
All you
YouTube
moods, if you're in a rush, go
notification.
around me.
And that
Did
says
you
we're
know?
live.
Oh, you did know. Uh-huh. Let's see. Hey, everybody. Somebody please type
Yeah, the
something.
Toyota's like really rushing me.
I only hope it's fucking working, because everything on my screen is like, well, the live stream sucks. Your chat's not working.
Chat's working. I just posted.
Okay, well, I can't see it from here, so you're going to have to keep an eye on that.
Right there.
It's giving me nothing. I said hi, everybody, and there's nothing underneath it. It's just me saying hi, everybody, and being told that it's unable to connect to the chat. Try again later. And it's like, I kind of need it now.
I got us.
Okay, as long as you got the comments, we're good.
It's so weird watching it on my phone because we're behind.
Yeah, there's always a
Oh
lag.
yeah, there's a bit of a delay.
Always. All right, so I'm gonna start the recording, and then we're gonna hit this nice little fancy grouping of buttons here, and we're gonna get this fucking show going. So, welcome, y'all. Here we go.
Since my fly boys, that's my logo. You already know though. It's PBS and Nation Gang. My niggas getting dodo. Pussy niggas photos, fucking homos looking so. Fucking shot is slow-mo haters, salty like a dopo. So we get loco. Hidden cash is so no. You got it, then we live it, cause we smoke me on the promo. Classy, ready, blasting, bitches, wifey, acting, sassy. Can't stop, then I won't stop. Catch, I'm dead into your Cassie. You shiny, see some spazzy. Ashy, I'm so flashy. I'm hitting out your ass, damn it, I'm just speaking cash shit. Haters keep a check it like they mama's name with cash. Father always rap, wrestlers pay. I'm extremely bashing. Sorry, I don't claim you. That's just what this game do. You ain't down with Dream Team. Middle finger.
Oh my God, what is up, everyone? Happy weekend, happy Takeover Sunday. Welcome in our house, in our vehicles. Welcome to Top Rope, most of all.
Welcome.
Yes.
I'm back.
Thank love. Welcome back, Brucey.
I was just about to say, and of course, we have to welcome back the man, the founder, the one who's like Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, call it what you will, streak was broken when he had to miss the last episode. The founder, the high class one, MJF, wishes he was as fly as this fucking guy, and that's not just a statement, that is undisputed. Bruce.
I'm better than you.
Let it play, y'all. And also, thanks again, Shel Scorsese, for Killed Stokely, our official theme of NXT Takeover in your house, if you just heard it. And please go check him out on Bandcamp, Apple Music, the whole nine. We love that guy. We're waiting for our song. And now that I've done that, of course, I'm going to introduce the woman who, oh, there she is, who just doesn't drive like a grandma but acts like one. She's the woman, Latina Heat, Grandma Wendy herself.
Viva la raza! If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
So good. So good. We miss you, Eddie.
You know, we could just add another
Pretty.
nickname to her as the first lady of Top Rope.
True. We could.
What? Oh my God, I feel so honored, you guys.
We
First
could
lady
totally
of
do
Top
that.
Rope Wrestling Talk.
Oh,
I have like a
You
halo
guys.
going on. I don't know what that is, guys. Sorry. But yeah, the first lady of Top Rope. There you go, 198.
We're
And-
working our way to 200.
And y'all know me by now, but if you don't, let me educate you. I am the 16-time Top Rope Wrestling champ. I am the South Philly Psycho, the jack of all trades, the master of absolutely none. I'm Dom, y'all, and it is damn good to be back.
Hey, yo!
So we have Takeover coming up in about less than 2 hours now, and we also had a ton, and I mean a ton of people respond in our Top Rope Wrestling Talk group on Facebook to our prediction form, and everybody's been asking us since. So why don't we just start by kind of going down the card and picking some winners and why? Or even, can we even talk about how, like, to this point, they have yet to announce a tag team title match on this card after Breezango took that shit?
They did announce it on NXT.
No, they said they're number one contenders. They have
No,
yet
they
to
said-
put it.
They said
Look
they
at-
had a match with them.
They do, but not a takeover.
Oh, that
I know.
sucks.
Because
That kind of blows.
Brucey will agree with me on probably two things. It was so cool to see Breezango come back. It was even better to see them become the number one
I found
contenders.
this amazing app.
What the fuck are you talking about?
To see Fandango come back and see him and Breeze back together in that match was friggin' amazing.
It really was.
I was doing backflips. I was so excited. I know I saw spoilers in the admin thread. I saw the spoilers and all that stuff, but I still didn't care. It was still awesome. It was still one of those moments. And the way they came out as the astronauts, that was great.
It was wonderful. That's what I think Evan and I said on the last episode. They need to just like take that rocket that Breezango came out with and like strap the storyline to it, get it going to take over. This is amazing. And then now we're here and they have yet to announce it. Like maybe they'll throw it in on the kickoff. I don't know. I really don't know.
it would feel terrible to put it on the kickoff, though.
It would.
I'm
It's
kind
worth-
of upset.
It's
that
worth
they-
a spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm kind of upset that they're not the fashion police no more.
I know, but they do every now
It
and then.
kind
they
of
come
hurts my
out-
feelings.
Every now and then they come out as cops, or they come out as astronauts, or they come out as firefighters. They do all kinds of different stuff. It's like they have a village people dart in the back or dartboard in the back, and they just throw something at it. Okay, we're firemen. Fuck it. Let's
What
do
are we
it.
this week?
Right?
Hey, what do you
just
got in the extra
expand
prop closet?
it. I think they've done that before too.
Give me the dumbest shit you've got, and we're gonna wear it out and make it work.
Oh my god! But while I try to, man, I can't. I just can't do it, y'all. I'm trying. I can't do it.
Get through what?
Got- For those of you that don't know out there in TV land, Dom's in a new setting right now for the show, so
I
he's
really
not in
am,
his
and it's
usual
not-
spot.
It's not working very well at all, but we're gonna try and mess with it and see if we can, get it to figure itself out. Now that we've talked about Breezango a tidbit, a smidge, why don't we get into something that's actually been reported on the card, and that would be Finn Balor taking on Damian Priest. High class, who you got in this one?
You know, I'm gonna go with Balor. Not just because it's Finn Balor, but
Because your son will kill you.
my son. Yes. Morgan will hit me with a coup de grace while I'm sleeping.
He would be
from
so
the-
disappointed.
No, one because I'm not a Damian Priest fan, but
Me either.
more of the fact that they need to keep Finn over. You know, he's starting to fall down and go back up and down. He needs to stay at the top. If he's gonna be in NXT, he needs to be at the top. He can't afford to lose this match.
I'm just gonna let it go.
Yeah, none at all. And for that same reason, and because I don't want Morgan to hit me with a coup de grace, I'm going to take Finn Balor too. Morgan knows I love him, and he's been great in NXT. I'm excited to see him and Damian Priest. I think it's going to be a pretty good match, but it's got to be Balor at this point, or else what do you do? Like, where do you go? Like, okay, Damian Priest won, and that's going to lead to
What?
Like, oh, we'll make him a fireman. Wait a minute, no, that's the Breezango board. My bad. I don't know what we're gonna do with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, Priest really has nowhere to go. Like, the only thing, I don't know. He's not even. I don't even think he's ready for Raw or SmackDown. But they've got no direction for him in NXT at all.
Not really. They put him in some storylines with Pete Dunne, and then they had him kind of around the North American title for a while, and it doesn't really seem like any of that fits.
So, hot off the press, we got our boy Peter in the chat room right now. Hot off the press.
Oh, Peter, I wish I could see the chat now. How's it going, man?
He says Priest versus Balor will steal the show. You think?
I hope it does.
Or I think. Or it's supposed to be I. He's got an O. It's I think is what I'm guessing.
I thought he was asking us if we thought. I'm not knocking that. It could. Any of these matches could.
It definitely could.
But let's see. So we both picked Finn Balor. I don't know what Wendy was going to pick because she disappeared. So this is going really well so far. I have like aura. Wendy's
typical
gone.
Pre-show.
Typical top rope bullshit, folks. You gotta love us for it.
Best unscripted show ever.
But looking at our results here, we had 87% of everyone in our group that picked Finn Balor too. So obviously we are not alone. If Wendy comes back, or when Wendy comes back, we'll try to ask her about that too. Well, why don't we move on to the next singles match, which is it's definitely interesting. It's another one that could steal that show, and that's Tommaso Ciampa versus
dying to see
Killer
this match.
Carrion, call him what you will, Cross with the lovely Scarlett.
They made her like she had like a minor dominatrix thing going on in Impact.
Minor?
Like,
yeah.
No,
okay.
It was minor compared to what Triple H has her coming up with. She's like total like dominatrix now. Like, okay.
I see you, Scarlett. Oh, I see you.
I think we all see her.
Ooh, it got hot. It got hot in here. It's a good thing I got the fan on. But who do you think is going to take this one? Because it's definitely, like we said on a previous show, it's great like first feud for Cross. Ciampa has kind of been, I don't know, not exactly the Black Heart these days. He's been losing a lot of matches, kind of, turned a little bit of a face. But do you think he's going to pull this out, or do you think this is just a way to get Cross give Cross that rocket? I think two things are going to happen this match. I'm going to play off kind of what you were talking about, Dom. I think Cross is going to go over. I think he's going to win the match. Right.
But I think this is going to be a 2 or 3 month longer feud. I think this is going to keep going because I think this match is going to be money tonight. After the match, I think this is where Ciampa turns back into the Black Heart and gets him back to where he should be and where he was before he got injured. So he's basically going to take out Cross after the match.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to kind of give Cross that like spooky wannabe Bray Wyatt kind of gimmick where if he beats somebody, he changes them. Like he beats Ciampa, and then Ciampa just goes back to being the Black Heart that he once was, as opposed to what we've seen since his comeback, which isn't quite the same. Still good. Don't get me wrong. I love that dude, but still not the same. I'm gonna, as much as it pains me to do it, and I know a few people that'll probably be mad at me. I got to take Cross. I can't see him losing his first big match at a takeover. Like Ciampa, he can take that L. I know he's been losing a lot, but he can take that L and he can bounce back later because he's the Blackheart. Cross loses now, and it's like, all right, I guess you go back to squashing jobbers. Yeah.
I really hope that I'm right with the rebirth of the Blackheart, and he realizes that he has to go back to his old ways to beat Cross.
You are better when you're evil. That's all.
Yes.
You are so much
Heels
better.
Do it better.
They really do. Unless you're Johnny Gargano.
I'm gonna make that a shirt. I'm gonna say heels do it better with our logo right there on the sleeve, like the Bullet Club, right there, right there on the sleeve,
right there. Oh, but yeah, I can't see Cross losing this one, and apparently everyone that voted felt the same way because about 78% of everybody who picked Cross to win this thing. So again. Not a shock. And even if it's not a shock, these matches are going to be damn good because it's TakeOver. Have they had a bad match at TakeOver?
No.
Ever? I don't remember one. I remember a lot of TakeOvers before like WWE pay-per-views where we watched it and we said there's no way the next pay-per-view is going to be as good as this. And it never was.
No, they don't.
But it's gonna be it's I can't remember a bad match at TakeOver. Like I'm not trying to kiss ass or anything. It's just true. And from there, we have this odd 6-woman tag team match they put together because obviously they couldn't get Mia Yim and Candice LeRae off on NXT without turning it into that weird intergender couple versus couple skinny jeans and car keys match that just made no damn sense. So now we've got Shotzi, we've got Tegan Knox, and we've got Mia Yim taking on Candice, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez. Okay. I don't know how you stick those two in with those four, but all right, we've got it. The question here is like, who wins? And could this be the first bad match?
Wow. There's so much I want to say about this. Like,
say it.
Well, no, like I could go on forever. No,
say it.
Listen, I'm finally catching up on my NXT and my WWE. I made a promise to the guys that I would do that. So,
we appreciate it.
So I don't bullshit during the show. I really like the new Candice LeRae. I think, I said it in our message chat that I feel she's going to get over more as this character and get to show her skills in the ring because she's actually really fucking good in this new character. As far as winning this match, I would say it's going to be Mia Yim's team's going to pull out the W. Wow. And why couldn't they just carry the singles match from TakeOver? Not TakeOver, but NXT. From NXT. Right over just the singles match. I would love to see Candice and Mia go for 15 to 20 minutes. That would be an amazing
This has got to be something to do with like time restraints or something. Like they said, listen, you got 2.5 hours tonight, get it all in. And so we're gonna skip the tag team titles. We're gonna have a 6-woman match instead of having these individual matches because they'll just take more time. WWE overall has, since WrestleMania, has started to kind of, put their pay-per-views and kind of cram them together, cut down.
And that's good. That's actually good.
And which is good, but then the downside of it is you get to a TakeOver and you really don't care because every match is going to be great.
Yeah.
And then they say, oh, we're going to keep this to like 2.5 hours. So we can't have this match tonight, or we can't have this singles match and this woman's match. We'll put it all together instead. This is the downside. You don't really need to do this with NXT, but you do anyway because now they're part of WWE. Like they're main roster now, so they have to change.
They're still not main roster because Raw and SmackDown are still taking their talents without a trade or a draft or anything to go with the whole separation process.
I totally agree with you, bro. I'm just going on what they told me. Like they told all of us that this is the main roster, and so now they're being treated like a main roster, even though they're not quite. It's very weird. But going back to this match, I got to tell you, like, it's hard to pick a winner, but only because, like, it's like, okay, which one of these storylines is going to reign supreme in this match? Are we going to get like Dakota and Raquel are like the new, best friends that just screw everybody? Or are we going to get, Candace's or something? But either way, it doesn't look good for Shotzi and Tegan and Mia. So I will disagree with you for the first time today, and I will say that Candace, Dakota, and Raquel are going to pull this one out. I feel like somehow they're going to just do, pull that typical heel shit where, so-and-so's distracted, numbers game, boom, we get the quick win, we're out. But when I look at the results here, 60%, almost 61% of everyone who picked actually agree with you and say that Shotzi, Tegan, and Mia are going to win.
I'm the man.
Okay.
I'm in tune with our Facebook group.
Please stop that. There we go.
Found it.
I'm just sorry. I'm having all kinds of weird technical issues. I apologize, guys. Again, new place to set up, and it looks like I have everything set up properly, but I'm getting like all kinds of hell in the background here. Like, oh, your internet connection is unstable. Thanks, I noticed. So if we appear to be back now, and again, guys, I apologize. We're gonna move on to our next match, which is the NXT Women's Championship Triple Threat. You have Charlotte, you have Flair, you have Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship.
I'll let you kick this one off, bro.
Oh boy, this is tough. I can't say I want Charlotte to win, but unless it's one of these triple threat matches where one competitor pins the other and some like say Rhea pins Io and Charlotte isn't even involved, I can't see her losing it. It's sad, but I just can't see her losing that match. It would be if somebody pins Charlotte Flair and wins this title clean in this triple threat match, you probably won't see me on the post show because I will just die from shock. Just what? Shit, Eddie, I'm coming to see you.
Wow.
I can't see one of them just straight up beating Charlotte tonight. I could see it the other way. I could see maybe Rhea gets the victory over Io and then down the line has a rematch with Charlotte, or Io, pins Ripley and then they have a match later on down the line. I can't see, it's hard to see Charlotte losing. It's impossible to see her getting pinned clean in this match. That being said, I really want Rhea Ripley to win this one. She probably won't. I'm going to take her anyway. I love Rhea Ripley. I think she's great. I want her to get her title back. She got screwed at WrestleMania. I want her to get that title back.
I agree, man. I'm actually I'm just gonna outright say I've got a theory behind my pick, and I'll get into that. I'm gonna say Charlotte's gonna win the match. She's gonna keep the NXT title, and I actually see Rhea taking that title at SummerSlam because NXT is always part of the Big Fours. I see Charlotte holding the title till SummerSlam, and then Rhea gets her moment on one of the Big Fours and takes the title back and send Charlotte to Raw because they got that giant void now that Becky's gone.
Oh yeah, that's for damn sure. Although I'm hoping Asuka fills it a little bit, but that's another story.
For another show,
which we will have, and hopefully it will go better than this show. But and I'm looking at our pick form, and it seems like with almost 44% of the vote from everyone who picked, Rhea Ripley is the favorite. And then we got about 35% for Charlotte and roughly 21 for Io. So at least from our pick'em, like Rhea's the odds-on favorite, Io's kind of the underdog, and people are like, man. And then there's just a bunch of people like, man, you know Charlotte's gonna win.
Peter chimed in on this match, and he said I can't see it, but I'd love to see Rhea win. And you know, all three of us are in the same boat.
We're right here with you, Peter. We love you. Thank you for tuning in.
We're all in the same boat.
All of us. Except, well, maybe Wendy too. Probably Wendy too. I don't know where she went. We're hoping she gets back before we're done.
Please hurry back.
And then, of course, we have the North American title match, which is
gonna be a great friggin' match.
Keith Lee versus the hipster Yosemite Sam. I mean Johnny Gargano. Those fucking jeans he wore, man, they could not be any
skinny
tighter.
Jeans.
They were like super skinnies, man. Those things got like had like they were made by like space bags, because as soon as he put them on, they just put a little vacuum in it and sucked all the air out. Oh man, they were. Where did he keep those keys? That's what I want to know.
you know as well as I do that Candace dresses him.
Oh yeah.
As big of a nerd as he is, she dresses him.
Yeah, I gotta be, before we get to the picks though, I gotta be honest, man. We talked about Ciampa, we talked about Gargano. I kind of hate the way they've turned Johnny heel and made Ciampa kind of a face.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem to work for them, but they did it anyway, and they're rolling with it, and you see these weird promos with Johnny and Candace, and you're like, yeah, not a fan. It's just not, and I know I'm fine. They're trying something new, and I always say that, but like there are some things, if it ain't broke, that's all I'm saying. Like don't fucking fix it. Like Ciampa's a great heel. Gargano has been a great face since he walked in the door. So leave it that way. There are some things that you don't need to change.
Yeah, and that's one of them.
And now that I got that off my chest, and I'm sorry, thank y'all on YouTube and wherever for letting me vent. Let's get into this match. High Class, do you think Gargano stands a shot in this, or is this just
Keith Lee's keeping the title? It's going to be a great match. It will. I actually think this is going to be the match that steals the show. I think these two guys are going to put on an amazing clinic, and it's just going to be awesome to see. Keith Lee's going to fly. He's probably going to knock him into the boards because they have hockey boards now. So,
yeah, they've been doing that a lot lately. And I'm just waiting for the goon to pop out and like just check somebody right into the boards. Stick and all.
But yeah, it's going to be a great match. And Keith Lee's keeping his title, and he's going to hold that title for a while because he's just that damn good.
Yeah. I mean, I would almost argue that he's good enough to be NXT champion, but I'm a little biased because I love Keith Lee, and I have since long before NXT. But yeah, I mean, face, heel, he's still Johnny Takeover, so he's going to put on a great show. We know what Keith Lee can do, so this is going to be a great match. Again, you could say this one's going to steal the show, and I'm like, I'm with you. And if we get to some other matches, hey, that could steal the show. I'm with you. You know why? Because it's fucking Takeover. That's why. Any of them could. But when it comes down to it, like, yeah, I gotta stick with Keith Lee, man. It's just too much size, too much ability. Like Johnny's great, but Keith Lee is just that much more glorious than you. So
our boy Peter said, "Bask in his glory."
Oh, we're gonna be basking tonight. We're going to be basking tonight, Peter. But yeah, and even looking at our pick form here, it looks like over 78% of everybody that picked took Keith Lee too. Not shocked. I mean,
Gargano's going to put him over huge tonight.
You hope. Because the only way I see him dropping the North American title is if he somehow gets into the NXT Championship picture.
Yeah.
That would make so if he loses and then they get him, against whoever wins the main event down the line, okay, that makes sense. If Johnny takes the title and then they just don't really do anything with Keith Lee, then you're wasting him. Then I'm pissed. But all right, so we are burning through these matches, and we are up to the main event itself.
Already?
The last the end, and I quote, the last chance backlot brawl for the NXT championship. And I'll be honest, I can't remember a backlot brawl since probably Roddy Piper and Goldust at WrestleMania with like the OJ Simpson footage as the backdrop, like when they jumped in the Bronco and then you saw the car chase. So we're talking early 90s. So this is actually pretty cool. I'm intrigued to see how they're going to do this. I don't think they'll do it exactly the same.
No, they actually have a ring outside.
Yeah. Did they actually put a ring outside?
They were showing, I guess, what it's gonna look like, and during the promo during the show, and it was a all black ring outside in the parking lot with a half moon of cars with their lights on the ring.
Wow, that's definitely different from what we would remember a backlot brawl being. But okay. Kind of got a little bit of a Wyatt family feeling from when the New Day showed up. You remember that shit?
It's like Hardy Compound. It's like Hardy Compound meets WWE.
Tell me they're going to take these guys and put them in a cinematic match, because that would just be kind of like
I hope not. They're starting to overdo it now. Those were like, it was like when Hell in a Cell first came out, and it was like one paper on, like, the match was just on one pay-per-view a year. It was special. It was awesome. You knew shit was going to happen.
Right.
And now they've got a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, and yeah.
And you know what? That would be fine if all the matches were actually held in Hell in a Cell. But they have Hell in a Cell, then they just give you regular matches. Like for instance, and thank God they stopped doing it, because I hated the pay-per-view. I hated the term. I hated everything. When they brought out Extreme Rules. And then they had regular ass matches where people were getting like disqualified and counted out. It's like, wait, I thought it was Extreme Rules. Like, what? How does this happen? Oh, well, not all, just a couple.
Yeah.
And why'd you call the pay-per-view Extreme Rules? Like, that doesn't make any. Anyway, we're we're way over here. Now, if you had to pick a winner in this backlot brawl between Velveteen Dream and, of course, the defending champ, who would you take in this?
I'm an Adam Cole guy, but Velveteen Dream's gonna win this title tonight, and here's why. And they kind of gave it away during NXT this past week. I'm sure you probably skipped over it.
Maybe.
Dexter Lumis now has this thing with the Undisputed Era, and he did a drawing, and it was O'Reilly, Fish, and Strong tied up in the back of a truck, and he was taken off in the truck.
I saw that on Twitter, actually, because they didn't show I don't think they showed the finish drawing during NXT.
It was on Hulu.
Oh, okay. Maybe I skipped past that part, but I did see him like getting interviewed.
Yeah,
and just turned and he started drawing on an easel. I never saw the finished product.
And then he was also out during the tag match, like very creepily staring at Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish during the match.
I did see that. Yeah.
So,
all I missed was the finished product.
I feel that Dream will win the title, but Dexter's going to pick off the three members of the Undisputed Era and kind of kidnap them, per se.
That would be cool, though. I gotta be honest, guys. I love both these wrestlers. Like, obviously, because I'm rocking the Adam Cole shirt, and I've always loved Velveteen Dream. I think he's funny as hell. I think he's great in the ring. I lost my mind at the first, when Worlds Collide, when he won that whole tournament, and then he went on, took the North American title and all that stuff. I was happy for him, and I do want him to win tonight, but it's hard with and I'm not going to go into it because you guys probably already know. It's hard to pick Dream right now with that pending investigation.
I hear you, but
it's very hard.
You know, WWE knows more about the situation than we do.
Well, yes, typically WWE does, but there are also times like well, I know they don't say it, but I'll say it, Chris Benoit, when they think they have all the information and they move forward with something and then it backfires on them. And this is not something that you can take back or like blackball away like you did in that situation, for example. So just knowing what's out there in reality and the seriousness of the charges that were put up against him and the investigation pending, it's hard to pick him. I gotta go with Cole retaining the title, just because I don't know if NXT has all the information, if they're ready to take that risk, if they're willing to let that backfire. I think this is a good way for them to write him out of that feud and out of the title picture, and maybe even off TV for a while, just to see where this investigation goes. Otherwise, if this was just circumstances being, these two are fighting, there's nothing else, everything, I would say, oh, it's Dream's last chance, he's gonna win. But knowing what I know, I gotta stick with Adam Cole.
Peter picked the Dream as well, and he also said that Dream is the modern day Rick Rude.
Wow, yeah, he really is. I mean, I remember when he popped back up on TV, and he had like Roderick Strong's wife on his ass and everything.
Yes.
That was great. That was like, you felt for Roddy, and if he would have done it to you, you would have probably whooped that ass too. But at the same time, it was funny. It was damn funny. Mm-hmm. And Rick Rude was a lot like that too. Like, he'd piss you off, but at the same time, he was funny. And it was definitely entertaining. So, all right. So Bruce has Dream. I'm going with Adam Cole. According to our predictions here, everyone that voted, let's see, about 57% have picked the Velveteen Dream. So it's a very close, it's a very close match. This is one of the closest, if not the closest ones on the entire card, because I've been saying like, oh, 70% took this, 68% took that. This is that close to 50-50. And honestly, I might pick Dream too, but like I said, it's hard just knowing what he's facing to say like, oh yeah, he's got this tonight. So we have covered everything. And okay. I'm trying to, outside of the possibility, like I said, we're already about an hour and 15 minutes away from In Your House starting. And while Bruce is talking, I'm over here just looking up the card and trying to find other things. And there is no mention of a tag team title match. Mm-mm. That bums me out.
What are we going to do about that tiebreaker?
The tiebreaker, if because we did add it thinking like maybe they'll pull some WWE stuff, because I got to be honest, fourth wall break, I come up with all the prediction forms, and the thing that drives me crazy about WWE is they will hold on to their card to the very, very last minute. Like, you'll get stuff on kickoff shows that you don't even know was happening, but we're asking people to pick these cards to win our top rope titles for whatever particular show. Like tonight, the NXT titles are on the line. And you wait and you wait and you think, okay, I got to get this out there because we're going to need a couple days for everybody to get their picks in. And then they start adding matches, or last minute they add something, or on the show they're like, hey, we got a tag team title match. So I threw Breezango versus Imperium in as a tiebreaker in case that match got added. If it doesn't, we're just going to say, fuck it. Everybody gets that point. You win. You picked. You win. Enough said. And it's different. Like, I know with Double or Nothing, they had a lot of guys set for that casino ladder match. And then a lot of them got injured. And it was, or we had like Phoenix go out. And then we had Britt Baker with her knee and that kind of thing. That happens. But with NXT and a lot with WWE, they won't announce their card until like right before the show.
The day before or during the pre-show.
Yeah, and you're like, well, you know, I'm trying to get this out to our fans, to our people, to, you know, get involved and you know, all this. Can I get something, WWE? Can you give me what's going on?
Can you please just help us?
Help me help others. That's all I'm
Yes.
saying. Help me help our fans, our group members on Facebook, or our followers on Twitter or Instagram. Help me help the wrestling community have a little more fun with your show. Because then maybe people will tune in thinking like, I could win a title tonight. I want to see how this goes. I got my picks right here. Okay, I got that one. Yay! You know, give it that big fight feel. But you're just like, nah.
I always say I'm going to write my picks down.
That gets under my skin just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just tiny bit.
Every show I say I'm going to write my picks down, and I never do, and I always wonder who I picked during the show.
And by the way, guys, if you're watching this and you hear us talking about picks or whatever else, if you go to our Top Rope Wrestling Talk Facebook group and you look in our announcements, you're going to see a prediction form for tonight's pay-per-view. All you have to do is click on it, put your name at the top, and it's all multiple choice questions all the way down. Just who do you want? You want Adam Cole? You want Velveteen Dream? You want Finn Balor? Or Damian Priest? And you can go along, pick everything, pick our tiebreakers at the bottom. When the show starts, we'll have a live discussion thread on our Facebook page. And during the show, as people win and lose and things start to fill out, Wendy, who keeps all this information on our Top Ropatron 3000, Stat Girl herself, will come in and update us like 2 or 3 matches in. Like, okay, so-and-so's in first place with this person behind him and that person behind him. And then at the end of the night, we either announce in our group or we come back to wrap up the pay-per-view on YouTube or Facebook, and we announce who won what belts. Like, we're going to have, by the end of the night, we're going to have our own, you know, NXT champ, North American champ, women's champ, tag champs, the whole 9. And we will probably be back after the show unless something goes wrong, which, let's be honest, a lot goes wrong with us.
Hey, I'll be on that show.
He'll be on that show. You got to tune back in. But we'll either go live in our Facebook group or we'll come back here live on YouTube and we'll announce who won what title. And obviously the person with the best record is NXT champ. And then we move down from there. Like the woman with the best prediction form becomes women's champ. It's pretty simple. And we'll recap the pay-per-view, give you like a good, bad, and ugly scenario. Although I don't know if we're going to have a lot of ugly at this one.
No.
Probably
maybe
not.
Maybe one.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
But
I was struggling.
Been surprised.
I was struggling to find like a bad or an ugly from like Double or Nothing. I struggle to find bad and uglies from takeovers. There are some pay-per-views where it's like, oh yeah, I got a bunch. Which one you want? Oh, do you have a good first? Let me think. Come back to me.
Yeah, we've definitely had those. That's for damn sure.
But yeah, I mean, we've had some stinkers, but lately there have been some great shows, and you know we're digging that, and we've had a huge response already. If you do want to come to the Top Rope Wrestling Talk group on Facebook and invite yourself and fill out a form, you still have time. We're going to cut it off at 6:30 when their kickoff show begins. So you got roughly about 40-45 minutes to get over, get yourself an invite, get let in, hit the form, fill it out, get involved, and have a shot at walking out champ. I've already done it 16 times. It's not that goddamn hard.
Not at all.
In fact, Brucey and I are the current, since they haven't been back, are the current NWA Tag Team Champs together.
That's right.
Obviously,
get it.
If you can't tell just by looking at us, he's MJF, I'm Hammerstone, and we are the fucking Dynasty, baby. Because can't you tell he's better than you, and I'm fucking jacked?
Well, one of those two are right.
Hey, you were the one telling me I'm like the muscle of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. Like when something goes wrong, I'm the first person to snap on someone and like give them a bunch of shit and say, get the fuck out, you know?
Yeah, that is true. Absolutely right. Yeah.
Once again, fourth wall broken. But
we do that a lot.
But I guess we're not going to get Wendy back. We've gone through all this. Do we have anything else left to talk about? Like, did you have anything you wanted to add to this? Or
do you think we'll have a debut tonight?
There is typically a debut at TakeOver, but typically it's you get the person sitting in the crowd. You know, like the next hot signing is sitting in the crowd in the front row.
They can just walk out on the stage.
I guess they could be standing in with the trainees, you know.
Right?
Yeah, they can't even call them NXT superstars. They're like trainees.
Yeah, that's their reward for getting their asses kicked all week in the PC.
I mean, really, you know, Malcolm Bivens is in that crowd, and Malcolm Bivens is the reason we had a song for our show that leading in. Like that's an unreleased track that came straight from Dream Team and our man Scorsese, and that was recorded on his label.
Yeah.
But no, he's nothing. He's a trainee, you know. Shotzi Blackheart, trainee, you know.
Well, I listen.
They're all dreaming to become big stars one day. Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm doing it. I don't care, Dom. I'm doing it. I missed Thursday night.
Okay.
They're putting actual wrestlers out there now to copy who? the three letters that I love more than anything. AEW. I love that company. But yeah, and here's the thing, it's like I'm not mad at WWE for saying, hey, they've got a good thing. It's the best thing that they've done.
I'm hoping Impact does it too with their, you know, crowd free shows that they've been putting on, because it just adds that extra little something to the show. You know, it's nice. It brings that energy in. It makes you remember that, like, you know, maybe one of these days we will be able to get back to a wrestling show. I like that. I don't care who's doing it. I don't care if it's WWE, AEW, wherever. I know where it started. But I like that. I like seeing small crowds at like Double or Nothing or Dynamite already and thinking, man, maybe one of these days I'm going to be in that crowd because maybe this shit will finally be over.
I'm sure all of our fans know this, but AEW has rescheduled 2 or 3 shows in Newark, New Jersey, I think New York, and I think Pennsylvania for November. That means we're going to get fucking crowds back in November.
At least you hope. You know, like, at least you hope. You got to keep your fingers crossed. You know, it's like, please can somebody do something? Can we just Lysol the whole world and get rid of this fucking shit, please? I want to go back to a wrestling show.
We go back to 2019.
Like, honestly, I was even talking, I think you remember, Bruce, when we did the live interview on here with Scorsese and that dude Felipe that showed up from Suplex, the big, you know, like the biggest wrestling podcast in all of Chile. He was saying, like, I'd love to meet you guys and get together and go to a wrestling show. He wants to come on our show. And I'm like, yes, we're going to set that up.
Hell yeah.
And you know, he's like, I'd love to go to a wrestling show with you guys. We just got to get this COVID crap out of the way. And I'm like, yes, please, can we? Because like you were cool on the live thread. I've been talking to him a little bit, like online here and there since then, and like he's a cool fucking dude. I want to meet this guy. I want to go to a show with him. I want to see I want to drink a beer with him. You know, like. Right? You know, he was even talking about, well, I won't get into that because that's Eagles talk. That's another. He was even telling me he was an Eagles fan. I was like, good man. You know, we're going to go to a game. You know? I knew that was going to get him upset. I didn't want to say it, but I had to. But, you know, like him and there's a bunch of guys that, you know, have said, like, when this is over, we all need to like get together, or you guys need to come to a show with us and maybe do a live show from that show, you know. And I want to do it. I'm honing my skills. I know it doesn't look like it when you see this kind of stuff, but I'm honing my skills so that hopefully if crowds open up, shows open up, we can all get together at one and just go live and do it from the show that we're attending. Whether it be something independent or even, you know, WrestleMania, because we're all staying at Evil Manor.
Look, we can go to an AEW Dynamite anytime you want. I'm only a couple hours away.
This is true. That's what I mean. Like, I'm definitely, you know, considering it. I'm trying to figure it out. And, you know, otherwise we're just dying, like, to have this over and done with. So people can, you know, get back together, go to wrestling shows, so we can, you know, get back to some sense of normalcy. And it is nice when you have somebody in the crowd to remind you, like, this shit'll be over. Like, one day that'll be you. Or to have a small crowd, like that could be you right now. Wow. Okay. Like, you got to have that hope somewhere. I think that's why our last episode, I didn't call Lethal Quarantine anymore. I was like, you know what?
Shit's starting to slowly open up and go back to normal.
We had 10, 11 of those episodes. I'm done with it. I don't care if the virus is still out there. Like, the quarantine is practically over. I'm tired of reminding people that they're stuck inside or they can't do this or they can't do that, although we appreciate you watching it if you can't. But I'm tired of reminding people of it. They know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're just going to move fuck on. Fuck that.
Fuck yeah. It was cool in the beginning. Now it's like,
oh yeah,
we're past it. We're adults now. We grew up during that.
It was our way. Yeah. It was our way of saying, like, we're in this with you without being obnoxious about it.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't just come out and cut videos. We're like, hey guys, we're all in this together. Like, nah, we're on lockdown too, guys. We're in this lethal quarantine match and we're all fighting with you.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if it takes 10 weeks. We're in. And we didn't have to tell you that. We just made a series about it.
Yeah.
You know, I know you see us sitting at our lavish houses and you think, how could they be in it with us? Believe me, we are. Don't let the scarves and the WWE merch fool you. We're in it with you. Okay.
My place is so lavish. I'm going to be on the next episode of Crib.
Right. I would take my background down, but I got the sun coming through my windows, so everybody would get the shit blinded out of them. Or else that and the room I'm in needs to be cleaned a little bit. Like, one prepared. There's some stuff laying around, shouldn't be laying around. You know, need to go in the hamper. Weren't prepared. What is it? The Scorsese called me the unprepared psycho. That was me.
Yes.
Because I wasn't prepared to go to record in this room. But
dude,
and if I did it, just let this background go. You just see sunlight, and everybody's like, oh my eyes! I'll never watch you again because I can't see. I don't want.
We weren't prepared for the very first episode we recorded.
No,
we just did it.
We just did it, and we thought, hey, let's see how this goes, and it's gone pretty well so far. I mean, all the upgrades, all the new faces. We've got some guests. We've even got some people that are almost lined up to come on this show. Like I know Bruce remembers him, so I'll bring him up. Shooter Storm actually wants to come on, and if you don't know this guy, you need to, because he's got a hilarious story. His career has been an adventure, to say the least. He's a great guy. He's very funny. We interviewed him back when we were doing another wrestling podcast years ago, and oh man, we had a ball. And he wants to come back, so we're gonna set that up. Felipe has been talking about coming on the show, and we're trying to work that out. It's more of a time difference thing than anything. Like, I don't know what time it is in Chile and what time it is here. And I'm sorry, Chile. I always say Chile like I'm about to grab a bowl, like I'm about to go through the drive-thru at Wendy's. Just, oh yeah, live from Chile. Chile. My bad. I'll get cultured. I promise. We don't know the time difference, so we're trying to iron it out, figure out all the little details, you know. But we'll probably get him on with us. I've been working on Facade.
Yeah.
I've asked Alex Hammerstone every which way.
Yeah.
That's gonna say it again, get. Hammer.
That's gonna be a tough get. But listen, Hammerstone, we're huge fans. You. If you were to come on this show, yes, just please come on the show, man. It'd be a great time.
If you come on the show, Morgan will give you his Finn Balor wrestling buddy. No, I'm kidding. He won't. He would never do that. But just come on the show anyway. We please.
Help some wrestling fans out.
Yeah, make our lives more alive.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, it's Hammer. Ah. Okay, what we're gonna ask him, I can't remember. All right, black guys.
Right? After like, okay, calm down, breathe. He's just a guy. Talk.
Anybody got a brown paper bag? Kind of just oh shit. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. We're setting up a lot of things for you. We're ironing out some details, and we're gonna be back later on, do the wrap-up show, announce our champions. It could be live on here again, or it could be live at Top Rope Wrestling Talk on Facebook. It's a public group. All you gotta do is search for it. You know, drop an invite. One of us will let you in because we'll probably be in the middle of a takeover thread and updating everyone as to where they stand in the title picture and that kind of thing. So It's definitely going to be a busy night, and we're looking forward to it. You can also, you can also find us on Twitter at Top Rope WT. Or you can find us on Brucey's Baby, the Instagram page. You want to give him that?
Oh, you're going to give me the tongue twister, huh?
You want me to do it? I'll do it.
I got it. Look, you can find us on the gram. It's at top_rope_wrestling_talk. Hit us up. Check us out. We're starting to build our content on there. I actually did our first Top Rope Corner live on Instagram.
Yeah, where he was nice enough to call me old and crotchety in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, really?
But that's the joy, because all four of us are going to do our own Top Rope Corner, and we're going to rotate through, and everyone's going to do their own, and either it's going to be bi-weekly or monthly. We haven't ironed that out yet, but we're all going to do them.
I know, like I said, I'll go on live and do the next one, and then of course Takeover Weekend hit, and I had a lot to prepare for, so I was like, all right, I'll do it next weekend.
Yeah.
Let's get Takeover out of the way. Although I think Backlash is next weekend.
Yes, it is. So look, I mean, however it works,
so we'll figure it out.
Everyone is gonna be. I did mine. Dom, Wendy, and Evan. We're all gonna do one, and we're just gonna keep rotating around and keep them going. Basically, the Top Rope Corner is the live feed on Instagram where we go on solo, spit a little stuff that we want to talk about, or something that we wanted to talk about on the show, but we were running so long we couldn't fit it in.
Right.
Our feelings about what's going on in wrestling, and take your questions and answers. Basically, a one-on-one Q&A on Instagram.
Yeah, pretty much. And the next thing that we have almost set up will be July 18th. As long as everything's ironed out by then, we will have a crossover episode with the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast.
Oh shit.
Like, they want to come in, they want to talk about like Backlash that just happened. They want to answer some live questions from our group members or from people on YouTube. They want to have fun with us. They shouted us out one day, and then I came back, and now we've been messaging a little bit, and it seems like we've worked out, most of the details, but we still have about, 11 days to go, and thankfully they record Thursdays like us. They're in the same time zone, so there's a lot of things that it's just going to be real easy to set up. Like, okay, this time at 9, yeah, cool, we got, or 8, yeah, cool, we got you. And we're just going to go over, some of the pay-per-views, some of the bigger moments in wrestling at that point. We're going to take some questions. We're going to have a lot of fun with these guys. They have a great podcast themselves. You can find them at Clark Street Wrestling on Twitter. They're on Anchor. They're on all the podcast platforms. They don't have a YouTube, but you can listen to them, and they're damn good to follow and listen to. I practically listen to them on a weekly basis if I have the time. So that's going to be good. We got a lot coming up. We got a lot to look forward to. We got about a half an hour before, Takeover, before the kickoff show starts, and we have to close this form down. So I think it's about time that we signed off, and we hope everybody, comes and finds us, invites yourself, subscribes, follows, spreads the word on us, shares our episodes around, helps us grow this a little bit, because we have really gotten to a point even now where, like Bruce said, first episode, we were like, let's just do this and see what happens. And even then, it was like, maybe we should start a YouTube channel. Okay, let me figure out how to do that. And we put it up, and people started watching. We were blown away. So it's like, okay, why don't we keep doing it?
We're growing.
And we thought, like, maybe it was just a little something to add to our group, something like that. And it turned into so much more. So we appreciate it, guys. Like, all of our subscribers, everybody that tunes in, thank you for taking something that we just figured, hey, let's give it a shot, and turned it into something that's really grew legs.
You know what I was just thinking? We're like 2 or 3 months away from our 1 year anniversary of our show.
No, not yet.
Yeah,
not yet. I know it feels
close.
I know it feels like a minute, but we didn't jump this off till about November.
All right, so a few more months, but we're coming up on it.
We're about 6-7 months deep now, but yeah.
Yeah.
And boy, has this thing changed. Like hosts, the way we record it, guests, live feeds, you know, from something that's like, hey, let's just record this and see what happens.
Talking about selling merch.
Right. Trying to get merch going, you know, people actually asking us if we want to do appearances on their shows. Wow.
Right?
Wow, really? Okay, yeah, I'm down. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Right?
Right, but thank you so much, guys. We appreciate all the love and all the support. We hope you keep sharing our stuff around. You know, keep telling people to subscribe to us, like our videos. Definitely leave the comments, even if it's not live. Leave the comments below. Like, this will turn into an episode, so we'll wrap up show. If you've got something that you want us to talk about, or you disagree with something we said, or you think we're awesome for saying that, let us know, so we know what to talk about when we come back to you.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier that way. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot easier. There's a lot less talk. But for now, we're going to go get ready for Takeover. We suggest you do the same. Get your bathroom breaks, your snacks, your drink of choice, whatever the fuck you got to do.
Fuck
and
yeah.
25 minutes. So if you want to find us on Top Rope, Top Rope on Facebook, invite.
Is the thread up?
Thrill that. We haven't gotten the thread yet. That's why I'm about to dip to.
I got it.
We're going to make that happen.
I'm doing it right now.
I'm going to close these forms out at 6:30. So you still have a few minutes if you want to invite yourself, or if you're a part of the group already and you're watching this, just click the form, pick who you want to win, submit, good to go. Takes maybe a minute or two if you're good at it. Like I just literally breeze through this. Yep. So for the high class one, who I believe is posting a thread for
thread. I'm posting now.
Awesome. For Grandma Wendy, who showed up and then disappeared, and we can only hope it was her signal because she was driving.
Yeah.
Like, that's how much she loves you. She's willing to drive and come on YouTube with you at the same time. That's a decent woman right there.
Right.
And for Evil Evan, who got stuck at work and
fuckers
can't be here with us tonight. God damn you people! I can't even get my finger up because I'm holding my smoke. Right there, Evan's job. I'm not gonna say where he works, but right there.
At that place.
For him too, because he was very upset that he would be joining us tonight. Enjoy Takeover. Come back either here or our Facebook group to catch us afterwards, so we can give you who won, our take on the show, wrap things up the way we do, and we'll catch you soon, guys.
Deuces, y'all.
LL Cool J style.